All right. Well, welcome to the podcast. This is the second episode, and this episode we will be talking about the riots that have occurred. And oh boy, do I have a lot to say.
aka politics. And my name is Dennis Adams. This is William Phillips, and today you're watching the Dennis Will Talk Show.
All right. So I think everyone, you, me, everyone in the world, is in agreement that what happened to George Floyd was atrocious and should never have happened. And I'm gonna bring this up because I kind of, feel like I have to. I
Part of the
don't.
job.
I don't think the police officer that killed him was arrested. I think it was someone else. And I will have the picture up, and you know, take from it what you want. There still needs to be justice for what happened to George Floyd, obviously. But these riots are insane. Okay? There's a difference between protesting and rioting. Rioting, you are breaking stuff, vandalizing stuff that isn't your own, that is others, people that are innocent, and that's not helping the cause at all. That is hurting the cause. I've also learned that most of these people, the people that usually start these riots, are Antifa, which, if you don't know what that is, it stands for anti-fascist, which, plot twist, they are fascist. It's crazy. I will show a video. I'll put a video down on the link below, showing how Antifa has been starting these riots or provoking these riots to happen. It's not saying that there aren't people from BLM also doing it, because I think they are also somewhat in it. I'm not saying the majority, but some are also rioting with these people. So there was also this story that I heard about two cops. These two cops were in Brooklyn, and they were patrolling. And this man comes up to him and says, "There's danger happening to 2 blocks away." So the cops, the innocent cops that didn't do anything to George Floyd or anyone else, they go and try to help, but are ambushed by people and beaten. If you think hurting innocent people because someone innocent was either hurt or killed, I don't see how that helps whatsoever. That's kind of being a hypocrite, really, if you're willing to hurt an innocent man or innocent person or innocent woman, whoever, because someone else innocent got hurt or killed. It's very hypocritical. There was a woman cop who was dragged by rioters and could have possibly been beaten to death by those people. I will also show the clip right now, so for you. Now that you've seen the clip, if that doesn't bother you, I don't know how to help you. It's awful what happens to innocent people due to these riots. You have a man, he was a chief, I believe, a black person, killed during these riots. He was retired. I believe he was 77 years old. David Dorn. I haven't seen anyone from the BLM movement mention him once, or whoever is like spreading about mainly BLM on their social media. I haven't seen anything about David Dorn ever. The only time I've seen David Dorn is when I've posted about him on social media and when my friends have reposted that on their social media. It's insane how there's double standards just because he was a cop his life doesn't matter? That doesn't make any sense to me. It is really disgusting how this movement is just, they're using it for their own agenda, and it's disgusting what's happening. Sorry about that rant. Dennis, what are your thoughts on the riots?
Well, I'm just going to say this. I am shocked to hear that another black man, but is an officer, gets murdered and was retiring from the department, and no one says anything about it, which kind of is bizarre to me. Really does. I also have been witnessing some riots on social media, and there's posts. Like, literally, there are posts everywhere with all the riots, people screaming, shouting, beating people the hell up, and then people yelling at other people. And I'm honestly disgusted. But the one thing that really disgusted me was when someone, one of the protesters or something happened. There was a family of there's children inside of a house. The parents were probably outside doing something or protecting their children, and I'm gonna guess that the parents got beaten up by the protesters. That the children were inside. The protesters decided to throw something at the house, and then the house caught on fire. Like, the children, people, the children were burnt in that house. Do you not see what these protesters are doing? Why you guys think that is everything that's right? People are dying. Why do you think the coronavirus has killed over millions and millions of people? Now you guys are just increasing the number of deaths that is going around in this world. There are so many things that you can just do. It's just stand down. Don't do something stupid like freaking hitting police cars, towing them up, beating other people, burning children, burning other people, getting people killed. Do you not honestly see what is going around in our world right now? If you are not, then what is your fucking problem? Like, use your brain. We are humans. We have a brain. We're not freaking scarecrows. Yes, I had to use a Wizard of Oz. I'm going to say that. Like, people, think about what you're doing. You need to understand, we're supposed to be the greatest generation of all time. I'm going to say that. We were supposed to be the new generation to teach other new generations new life. And we are afraid. Yeah, I'm going to say it. I'm afraid. I am afraid to tell the next future generations what happened in this year. Years before now. If someone came over to ask me, he's like, hey, what happened when you were 20? And I'll be like, kid, my life in 2020 was hell. There were a lot of bogus bullshit that has happened in my year. Guys, you need to understand, death is not a good thing. You have one life span. We're not a video game. We don't have a mushroom to get one life up. We don't have a freaking where we enter a coin into an arcade game and literally get to play again. We have one life. We are humans. We're not freaking electronic devices. We're not animate objects. We are human. We are a thing. And the more deaths you put on everyone, the more time that we are not going to live on this world. And we're going to regret every moment we do. So that's my little rant. But what I've heard is that, like I said, people being burned down, beat up, like so many people like getting hurt. It hurts my heart seeing people getting hurt, especially in most cases, like in Colorado, in Washington, D.C., New York. New York is one of the biggest places in the earth, in the whole United States. New York City, the big city, has full of people, and there's already protesters already over there. And I have friends there. I have friends in New York. And I'm scared for them. I'm honestly scared for them. Like, I have Will. There was already protesters in Philadelphia.
Yep.
I'm scared for him, but I know in defense, because his father is, you said a prison guard, right?
Yeah. Well, he works in the prison. He's not a prison guard.
Okay. He used to work at the prison, and he handled a gun. Now, that's something. So there are times I'm not worried about Will because he's protected. He has a lot of things. He's got his father to train him and to protect him and do all that kind of stuff. But I still am afraid because, Philadelphia is a good place to go see my best friend. I want to see my best friend. I want to do stuff with him because he's my boy. He's my homie. We got plans. We got a 4th of July. He's got a 4th of July barbecue to host. Like, come on, people. But anyway. Like, I've just been seeing a lot of posts on social media. Like I said, a lot of posts on social media saying about people being hurt, a lot of rants, people arguing, like, to other people saying, that things need to happen or no one's lives matter. Like, everyone doesn't matter. This never happened. Yes, it does. Life does matter, even if you're black, white, Asian, whatever. I said it in my post. I don't care who you are. Your life matters. And yet you come to me and tell me that life's not fair. Guess what? We've been telling that since we were kids. And we have experienced that right now. Like, guys, please just understand. You gotta think. You gotta use your freaking brain, guys. Like, this is not a joke. You gotta say something. Like, yes, Black Lives Matter. Yeah, support it. But here's the thing. If you're going to support that, don't do dumb shit. Because you're going to regret it.
Something that really bothers me, too, about people in this movement, it's not everyone, not saying it. It would be everyone.
Nope.
But the cop, he's a piece of shit. We can all agree on that. But just because he killed George Floyd, it doesn't mean he's racist, if that makes sense. And the movement and the media has made it about race. There was false pictures of the police officer wearing a "Make Whites Great Again" hat, which to me, when you hear that phrase, you kind of think white supremacist, but the thing about white supremacists is they already think white is great. They wouldn't need to make whites great again, if that makes any sense. So there's that. 2, the person that was wearing that hat wasn't even a cop, which got on my nerves. And a friend of mine posted that on his story on Instagram, and I told him, I was like, dude, that's not even the guy. And he's like, I don't care. And I was like, well, that's the point of the post. The point of the post is to say that this cop is racist when we're not entirely sure he was. He killed a black man, yes, but that doesn't necessarily mean he was racist, if that makes sense. Because you can kill anyone and not really be racist. So it doesn't really... The media has just pushed the narrative that white man bad. Really. That's something the media has been pushing for years. And definitely what they've tried to push is that white Trump supporters are bad. When there's bad people everywhere in the world, but not everyone that supports him or just all white people in general are bad or racist. Saying that white people are racist and generalizing that race is in and itself racist. Yes, you can be racist to white people. You can. It's just race doesn't uh, care what color you are. Racism is racism. It's just that's how it is. Like that's literally how it is. White people can be racist to anyone, just as black people can be racist to anyone, just as Asian can be racist to anyone. Doesn't matter. Racism is racism.
Yep. Honestly, this whole thing just makes me sick to my stomach, knowing that the fact that now we are taking racism from that has been going on for years and years, and now applying it now to 2020.
Yep.
And even Martin Luther King said, like, he says many things. I know he said things back then, but, you know, his words mean something. You know, Martin Luther King said something about that, and, you know, we still honor it to that day. But now, here in 2020, no one can give a shit. Honestly, no one gives a shit about what he says or what anyone else says anymore. Like Will said, yes, like I said, Will said that even if you know Asians can be racist to other people, black people can racist to other people, and white people can be racist to someone else. Like, it doesn't matter. We're all in this together. We all live in one state. We all live in one amazing planet that we are filled with life, with humans. Oh, I should say people. Sorry, my mistake. I'm not an alien. People, mailmans, delivery people, workers, pharmacies, doctors, nurses. We are people. We are people of the Constitution. The Constitution is not just for everyone else. It's about the people. Even it says, we the people. Says it right on there. If you think I'm lying, here's an image. Now you either saw the image, now you know. It says it. We are the people. The Constitution stands for every single one of us. It doesn't matter if you're going to be saying, you know, hey, you guys are white, you know, you get to do this and then that, and us black people get put into death. We are not living an old year age limit. We're 2020. The year of the generation of the 2000 people. Me, Will, everyone who was born in 2000. This was supposed to be the new generation where we get to teach people what it was like back then, what we have struggled, what we have learned in our years. But now, this is the 1 year I will not remember ever. Even if it does change, I don't care. I will not remember it at all. Because of how disappointed I am to what everything has been going around. Like, I'm not teaching my future kids. Even if I want to have kids, I'm still not teaching any kid what 2020 was like or whatever happened back then. Like, I'm not going to teach them because I don't want them, their minds getting that obsession. Like, oh yeah, we should definitely do this and see if this didn't work out. Yeah, no. I will prevent that, even if I have to do whatever that is necessary to teach kids, you know, be yourself. Don't take things so seriously. Trust me. Would George Floyd want this? When all of you are going to protest? Even if, yes, I would agree. I would protest too. And, you know, the Black Lives Matter and all that crap. But George Floyd wouldn't want to see this happening for you guys to go and destroy things or kill people. George Floyd would have been heartbroken. And yes, I get it. A white cop killed a black man. I get that. But the thing is, I know that you guys think it's all about racism and that the white man white man killed a black cop like it did back in the old days. But we need to understand, there are protesters for a reason. And like it says on social media, they will do everything that is necessary to do what they need to do. Even military men, even the military will do everything they can to stop all y'all from doing what you're doing. Okay. This got me mad. I saw this on the news. An older protest man came up to the man very, literally just normal, didn't have anything else, was just trying to speak to the guy, and a cop pushed him over. That got me pissed off, because that man was not even doing anything. He was just being a good man, a good fellow gentleman of the world.
Mm-hmm.
And he got pushed down by a cop, and he was having trouble breathing because he was got pushed hard by a cop. I was disgusted by it. So people, understand we're not trying to piss you off. We're just giving our own opinions about this crap, about what this has been changing our entire life.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to stand strong for George Floyd. We honor his memory. We may not know him by person and actual person in general, but we know he was a good man. He was trying to keep wealth for his family, keep wealth for everyone he cared about. Trust me, if I would have seen one of his friends and they said, hey, I'm a friend of George Floyd, I would have said, I'm so sorry for your loss. I honor him a memory. I may not know him, but he probably was a good man, and I respect that. That's what should be doing. Saying to the people out there that knows George Floyd and saying, I'm sorry for your loss. I will pray him in my honor as a person and for your honor as his family. That's what should be doing. Not fucking destroying things, killing people, and literally destroying buildings and destroying people's jobs.
Something else that I've seen that I hate. Okay, so if you're white, don't apologize for being white. Something I want so badly to bring back to America is the responsibility that people have. I can't even think of the word right now. Everyone takes their own responsibility. What happens in the past, people nowadays did not do what happened in the past. Maybe their ancestors didn't even do it. You don't know. Don't make white people today apologize for being white because slavery happened. Slavery happened, and it is terrible that it happened. I wish it didn't happen. But making people apologize because they're white is ridiculous. And assuming because they're white that they would have slaves or their ancestors would have slaves, when really it was a very minority of people that had slaves, is racist. It boggles my mind how people would just go up. I saw videos. There was some guy, he just went up to this girl and was like, do you like George Floyd or something like that? And it was like, how do you not like slavery? You should kneel down for me. Or I forget exactly what he said, but you get the picture, and I'll even show the video if I can find it. But she made this woman go on her knees and apologize for being white because slavery happened. That is ridiculous that happens. First of all, don't go on your knees for any man. All right? The only person you kneel down to is God. I'm not going to kneel down to any man. I don't care who they are.
Excuse me. Hey, excuse me. I work for Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, sure.
I'm sorry. I work for Black Lives Matter. I'm sorry that I scared you.
That's okay.
But since I work for that company, my CEO has told me to come out today and to bring you on your knees because you have white privilege. So if they see that a white person is getting on their knees, that shows solidarity for the situation. And could you just please apologize for your white privilege? Just apologize.
I am. I'm trying to think of the right words to say because that's a big thing to say.
It's
That's
big.
that comes from.
It's large in this country.
I'm incredibly sorry that.
You know, with this country, we have that president, Donald Duck, that clown in office. You know, he's brought a lot of bigotry, and you're not a part of it, right?
No, God, jeez.
No. And so, you know,
Thank
just...
you for letting me have a moment with my project.
Okay, you have a great day.
It's just it's stupid. It's ridiculous that this is happening right now. I have like no words, man. Like it's ridiculous how this is happening.
I also have no words at this current moment, concerning the fact that, yes, I'm gonna say it. I'm white. I've learned the history. I've learned about slavery. I've learned all this crap. However, I'm not gonna do something to revanish or repunish the past when slavery was going around. Like, I'm not gonna bring that back into the year of 2020 for us 2,000 kids to have to live it. Like, slavery is wrong. Yes, I get that. You know, slavery is bad. You know, all the black people have suffered and have been in pain because of slavery. I get that. I get it. But do not force a white man to say, I'm sorry that I'm white because of slavery. Look, we're white because we're white. We didn't know back then. Like Will said, your ancestors might have not known that then. Maybe there were some white men who thought that slavery was wrong and wanted to fight back. You don't know.
Abraham Lincoln?
Abraham Lincoln. He fought for slavery. He saved a lot of black people. He saved a lot. It even showed it on Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter. If you have not seen that movie, please, for the love of God, go watch it. It basically has slavery in it. I've watched it so many times. I still take that in as a part of myself. Yes, it's not true about slavery, knowing that because they're being attacked by vampires. I get that. However, it still has slavery in it because it shows that the black man, actually, Anthony Mackie,
yeah.
Anthony Mackie was actually in that movie, and he did a good job. He was playing as Abraham Lincoln's friend, and that was awesome. He did a good job. But he continued to support people who, even if they're in different color. And Abraham Lincoln became a hero. He literally saved everyone. And I still control to that day that Abraham Lincoln was my hero too. But now to this day, my mom's my true hero. But here's a question for all y'all in the comments below. Who's your hero? Who do you enjoy? Who is there for you every single damn day that gives you respect, honor, and love? Please tell us that in the comments below. Who do you care about? Who is your idol? And make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Click on the bell icon and, stay tuned to our videos because, we're doing this to have fun, but not to make you guys angry. We're not trying to do that. We're just giving our own opinions and stuff. So, but yeah, thank you guys for enjoying the Dennis and Will Talk Show. We'll see you next time on next Sunday. Peace.